Hi guys, this is the April 10th release from Spellbinders. So let's get into it. So we have some new Betterpress items, which I'm excited to share with you guys. First of all, we have a full-size Betterpress ink pad. As you guys know, Betterpress is coming out with some larger and larger plates. So to have a full-size black is great. We needed a full-size black. So this is the same felt ink pad. It is raised a little bit for you guys, as you can see there. But it is a full-size black, okay? But this is not what is cool. What is cool is they now have a DIY ink pad. Why would you need a DIY ink pad, you guys ask? Because sometimes you can't get the color that you want. And you guys know I have said before, there are certain colors that we want or we need that are not in the collection. So now you can make your own. Okay, so you can take your reinkers. And I just have mine in an alcohol ink storage bin. I picked this up at Michael's, but I mean, any of your, oops, mine are upside down. I have mine labeled as Betterpress. I keep my Betterpress and my Archival inks in here. But as you guys know, I keep my Betterpress inks in my little Archival ink tin, and I keep them all together. But I've said before, you can use any kind of inks that are Betterpress inks or Archival inks or pigment inks. Just don't use regular dye inks or spongy inks, because the spongy inks, they press into the Betterpress inks. But one of the inks I said we don't have enough of is greens and purples. So I do have a couple of Archival inks in purples, but I don't think we have enough greens. Like I have one green ink. So I want to make a green ink. Okay, so I can make my own green ink, right? So I can take some of these beautiful blues and peridot and Tuscan and saffron, and I can make my own green ink. So I'm going to take some peridot. Let me find my peridot ink here. I have teal topaz. All right, so I have peridot, just kind of a limey green, right? A limey color here. And although it looks green on here, it does not stamp as green. You can make this as an ombre ink pad. Like I was originally going to do like a pink, a yellow, and a blue and make it ombre. But then I was like, you know what? There's a lot of new floral plates coming out, and I really think I could benefit from a green. Okay, so that's going to be like a lighter peridot color. And then I'm going to add some blue to this. So the blues that I have are teal topaz, hydrangea, and azure. But I think I'm going to add this coastal to it, which is like a medium blue. So coastal is right here. Right, so we can make our own ink colors here by mixing our reinkers. Make your own colors. What? All right, so let's see how that goes. I'm going to grab an old... This is just an old hotel key card, and just kind of mix these. And I might go back in with the peridot and put that on top and see how this comes out. Because that's soaking into there very nicely. Some of you guys said there's not enough purples. But again, as long as you have the primary colors, you can make any color you want, right? So This is just some more of that peridot on top. So I have peridot and I have coastal in here. Just mixing those in. That's a nice thick pad. So you can see, you know, I'm kind of just putting that ink on there on top. So I'm going to have a nice saturated ink pad here. Just kind of going back and forth with both of these colors and saturating them. So this will be my make my own kind of green ink pad, and I'm just taking both of those colors and mixing them together. Making my own kind of, I want like a leaf green, but I don't want this green. I want it a little bit darker than that green. I guess I could have taken that green and added a darker blue to it to darken it. All right, let's see what we get here. So now show you guys one of the new Betterpress plates. This one is called Tropical Leaves. Let's just see here. I don't have my Betterpress out, and I just want to see what this looks like. Oh, and it's kind of got the mixture of the two greens. I'm just pressing this into some scratch paper here on the side. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting this kind of dark green, but you guys get the idea of me making my own green. It's a darker green. It's not as bright as peridot, but it's not as bright as leaf green. It's a much darker green. So now I've made my own green, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to take my lid and I'm going to swatch it here. See, so I'm going to swatch it that I know this is my own DIY green here. So you have your own ink pad, and we're going to come back to this green in a second because we're going to do these. We're going to do these leaves in a moment. So I'm just going to give that ink a second to just kind of meld into there. So you've already seen now my other thing that I wanted to show you guys, which was the new Betterpress, and we are going to press some of these out, but this is the new Annie Williams Tropical Leaves. There's a whole bunch of new Betterpress plates, but I took only some of them. So this is the new Betterpress leaves, and you get 5 different leaves and the coordinating dies. We have the cheers to you sentiments, and you're going to get happy birthday, you did it, it's your day, make a wish from all of us, cheers to you, you're the best. And this is an all-in-one, so these are nice smaller sentiments, and you get the cutout little banner dies, so nice and small. We get another layered registration press plate and die set. So not only do we get these balloons, but they say birthday and congratulations. So we get the balloons are separate. The strings, you can put in there happy birthday. You can put in there congratulations. You can put in there hooray. So this is great. We have graduation season coming up, so I love this one. So happy birthday, hooray, congratulations. A lot of fun. We'll play with that. We have this beautiful floral set, which is called Peony Perfection. So we have these beautiful florals, and then these, the greenery. And again, this is a separate thing. So you can do the flowers in one color and the greenery in the other. And this one has a couple of sentiments as well. And the sentiments don't show on here, but it says, thanks ever so much, and wishing you, I can't read that. It's so tiny. I will have to stamp that out. And then it says, hello, for my dearest friend. And I think that says, wishing you well is what that says. So it does have some sentiments on there. We have this checkered buffalo plaid. I love this. I think this is going to sell out very quickly. Not only, you know, buffalo plaid, that's famous all year round. So think not only spring, but holidays. So that's fun. I have a new, for you House Mouse fans, this is the Birthday Wishes. Look at how cute he is carrying the cake. He dropped a candle and we got little guy picking it up. This is Monica and Maxwell. We're not counting candles. Birthday calories don't count. Delivering birthday wishes and make a wish. So I will definitely be doing that. This is the new Splattering White Opaque watercolor. Great bleed proof white paint. If you want to make stars, if you want to splatter, if you're looking for a white opaque paint, this is in here, and you're going to want to mix this up before you use it. Okay, so this comes in a container. It is sealed when you get it. Mine, the seal is open, and you're going to want to mix this up because you can see the paint separates a little bit. But this is a great splatter white paint for opaqueness. We have the black ink, and then what you guys don't see is I have a new glimmer and stencil. So it's already in here. It's been heating up. This is the Glimmering Peonies Glimmer Plate, and if you want the stencil, you have to get the bundle. Last time this sold out separately. I think there are 2 of them. I got the peonies. There's another one. So this is already ready to go. This is another large 5x7 stencil and glimmer combo. This sold out last time because of how beautiful it was. Like I said, I think there's 2 of them, and I only took the one, so I don't know what the name of the other one is, but I'll put the links down below and you guys can go see what's new. So let me show you what this looks like glimmered, and we're gonna start off by stenciling. So you can purchase the glimmer plate on its own, but I do recommend the bundle with the stencil. Look at that. And then I use the champagne foil. Look at how big that plate is. Isn't that pretty? Okay. And I think, how many layers is this? 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Okay, so let's bring in our waffle flower mat. I probably didn't leave that on the heat too long enough. And I have a little bit of tape here. So I'm going to start with layer 1. And I'm just going to use my Gina K inks because they are right in front of me here. I'm just going to kind of do this fairly quickly. This is Jelly Bean Green ink from Gina K. And there's a little 1 in the bottom corner of this stencil. So this is stencil number 1. Okay, and then since this is peony, we're going to go with some I'm gonna go with some light pinks here. This is light orchid. Okay, that's stencil 1. Ooh, did I rip my paper? I did rip my paper. Gotta be careful there. Okay, so that's stencil 1. So now we have stencil 2. Okay, so for stencil 2, I'm going to go a little bit darker color pink, which is medium orchid from Gina K. And don't worry about the foil going, the ink going over your foil, because these are dye inks. Yeah, it'll rub right off your foil. Okay, so this is layer number 2, and I'm going in with this a darker color pink. Okay, see how pretty that is. And you always want to make sure that the corner, whatever corner has the number of the stencil in it. So for me, it's the bottom left corner here. The stencil is that I always line that up in the same place. So this is layer number 3. So layer number 3, I'm going to go in with a darker color pink for the florals again. So that's going to be Gina K. I use light orchid, medium orchid. So we're going to go in with a darker orchid for the pinks and the florals. It's almost a purple. It's a really dark fuchsia. Okay, and then we have my greenery. Now, I'm not sure at the top here if those are flowers. Okay, those are buds at the top here. So layer 3, we have more florals, and then we have a little bit of greenery. I think that's a bud as well. Yep. Okay, so for the greenery, I'm going to go in with fresh asparagus, which is a little bit darker green. You can use any inks that you have. Doesn't matter because you're just going through a stencil. You might want to use a little bit smaller blending brushes because these are smaller cutouts. Detail blending brushes would work great. Okay. You can see how nicely that's coming together. So that was stencil number 3. Stencil number 4. All right, now we really need a fine detail blending brush. So this is going to be really, this looks like it's all going to be greenery. Looks like the stems and the centers of the flower. So I'm going to continue with the fresh asparagus, which is a really dark green, but I'm going to get my super fine blending brushes from Spellbinders. These are really fine blending brushes, and get in there. Into this tiny little stem area here of the stencil. Really load that brush up with ink. Okay, and then for the centers of the flowers, I'm going to do those in yellow. This is Wild Dandelion. Again, with the Spellbinders smaller blending brush, just getting in the center there in that yellow. Okay, so that's stencil number 4, and then we only have one more stencil left. It looks like that's just the rest of the greenery. Yep. Okay, so that is all going to be greenery. So to make sure that I have that all lined up correctly. I think for that, I'm going to go in with a little bit lighter green. I'm going to use grass green. And I kind of want a medium-sized brush for that. Actually, I think we'll be okay with that one. Just a dusting of green everywhere. So these are fun because you're going to have a pop of color with the stencil, but also the foil. The foil really makes it fun because you got that glimmer foil. So shiny and pretty. And that champagne is a really nice bright gold, but not like an in-your-face gold. It's a very light gold. And again, for the larger card makers, very, very easy to do. And a lot of you guys are liking the larger embossing folders, the 3D embossing folders. So this will be perfect to cut this down and do that 3D embossing folder in the background and make a 5x7 card. 5x7 cards are making a comeback for those of you guys who don't do them. In Europe, they always make big cards. But for those of us that are in the US, we're always making smaller cards. Big cards are making a comeback, you guys. All right, and that is the final one. Ready for the reveal. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. And then if you want to make sure you don't have any extra ink, just take a soft cloth, trying to find one that's not too gross and dirty, and you just gently buff. All that excess ink will come off of the foil, and you have that. So that one is called the Glimmering Peonies Bundle if you want the glimmer plate and the 5 layers stencil. You can buy the glimmering plate separately, but I do recommend just getting the bundle with the stencils. Like I said, last time it sold out pretty quickly on the one that they had done before. I think, like I said, there are two sets. I don't remember what the other floral set is if you're not into the peonies. I didn't get both of them and I only picked one. But there you go. Now make sure you are subscribed to my channel. You're going to click down here and click the bell so that you get notifications. I will be doing videos with some of the other items as well with the Betterpress. So if you're interested in any of these things, I will have the links down below with all of the new items. These are going to be available in the Spellbinders shop starting April 10th. If you have any questions, post them down below. If you enjoyed watching me make this, give me a thumbs up before you go. Don't forget, I also have a Facebook group. It is called the Foiling Snobs Club. So if you are interested in learning about hot foiling or toner foiling, you can learn more at the Foiling Snobs Club on Facebook. We are not snobs. We just help you learn how to do your foiling. And make sure if you want to learn more about Betterpress, you hang out with my friends, the Betterpress Babes. That's another Facebook group started by my friends Melanie and Justine. But check us out. I will have more videos for you guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.